Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Resident Evil Remake. This is episode 4. So, last time we found Richard, and we gave him a shot of anti-venom so that the horrible snake bite that he had would not kill him. Then we left him sitting there and wandered off where we found the shield key. So, now we need to go back and use the shield key, but we actually have to use the armor key first, because there's one more door right above this safe room that we can make use of it in. So, we're doing pretty good. We're not doing too badly on ammo. We've cleared out a lot of zombies who could have become Crimson Heads. So yeah, I'm feeling kind of good about things right now. And we got the grenade launcher. Alright, so get rid of the armor key. Even in my Chris run, I forgot this door was here. Okay. Thought I remembered there being a zombie in this room. There's a large scratch in this wall. Doesn't look like the work of those rotting freaks. We haven't really found very many red herbs just yet. Mostly just been greens lying around. Okay, this room is also clear. Looks like someone took something and then left in a hurry. It's like someone's been all over this mansion, because there's a lot of mentions of someone being around recently. These footprints look like they're headed straight through the bed. And then we have these weird things that were added in Remake. Basically, there's a healing item in here, but you don't know what it is until you open it. Insert first aid case. And this one just has a first aid spray in it. Though they can also have mixed herbs in them. There's nothing in the drawers or on the shelves. I think that's all that's in this room. Yep. So let's mix up our herbs. Damn, I might actually need an extra inventory space. What you reading, Barry?
Jill.
Barry, I didn't mean to get you that excited.
Right. Anyway, you should read this.
Researcher's will. A letter is slipped inside. The top part of the letter is torn off. The rest of the letter is legible. Alma, I have tried to survive only to see you again. But my efforts only delayed the inevitable. I am infected, and there is no cure for what will follow, except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them, my love for you. In an hour, I'll have entered my eternal sleep where there is peace. Please understand. Please know that I'm sorry. Martin Crackhorn.
What do you make of it?
Well, I guess we were right about this mansion being quite unnatural.
You have a way with understatements.
Where's the part that's torn off?
Well, my only guess is that it was the most important part, and somebody didn't want anyone to see it. Let's continue our investigation.
That is like a really big, awkward folder that she's holding. Alright. The container is full of dead bugs. Alright, I think we can fit this if I don't pick that up first. So we take the lure of a bee, collection of insect specimens. There's a switch underneath, press it. No. The water tank smells like something once lived in there. Perhaps someone was using it to raise some kind of creature? Will you take the fishhook? Various types of fishhooks. It's a lure shaped like a bee. There's no hook on it. Bam, now there's a hook on it. Unlock case, it's full of various biological reports. I'm not going to read any of them because they might be important. Also, I think there's an ink ribbon in this lab coat. There's a white lab coat hung up here. It smells vaguely like a medicine cabinet. Guess not. Alright, well now that we have the key combined, or the hook combined with the bee, we can take the other bee. Assorted fishing lures. So now we put the lure where the bee was, and put the bee where the dead bugs are. Another switcheroo puzzle. Now we can press the switch, which gets us a crest. But it also gets us a bee that was not actually dead. It's also fairly resilient. Takes 3 shots. So yeah, this gets us the Wind Crest. In the original, you needed this and 3 other crests to get out of the mansion, but here it has a different purpose, since we need the death masks instead. Right, so I think I got everything in these 2 rooms. Yep, we are clear on this whole area. There are some herbs down there by Forest, but I don't know if he's still hanging out there. Or if he despawns because he's a special zombie. Alright, so let's deposit our ink ribbons, and this first aid spray, because we don't really need healing right now. And the crest. How much ammo do I have left in the shotgun? 4 shots. That's probably enough. I'm gonna take this with me. Alright, so let's go make use of our shield key. As I mentioned when we picked it up, there is only one door that uses the shield key, so you can get rid of it pretty quick. We can check in on Richard as we pass. Hey Richard, how's it going? He's resting peacefully. You should probably just leave him alone for now. Alright, rest in peace, Richard. But, like, not like that. Okay, now we go up to this very grimy door, covered in spiderwebs. Use our shield key. And this room is like an attic, but generally you don't have a small staircase leading to an attic. It's just kind of a very filthy room. Nothing catches your interest in particular. There was shotgun ammo in here. There's also Yawn, of course. The giant snake that bit Richard. And I guess it makes sense that Yawn has hemotoxin since it is seemingly just a giant viper. Yeah, so if you save Richard, he comes and helps you. And he's got a dope shotgun of his own. I think we can actually just let him shoot it, but it goes faster if you help. So that fight's a lot easier with his help. Yeah, look at that fancy shotgun.
Richard!
And now also rest in peace, Richard. Yeah, so Yawn doesn't stay dead, but rescuing him means you get his shotgun. Also, am I poisoned? I am poisoned. Well, I'm gonna want to heal. Oh, actually, that might have been a waste. Eh. I mean, if I got hit, I probably would have died, so maybe not. There's our final death mask. Now let's just get the fuck out of here. But we'll take his dope assault shotgun, which is why I was saying before that I wanted to empty out our default, because you can't, like, unload a gun, so might as well use those shells.
Oh, am I poisoned?
But much like Wizard, we're now poisoned.
I need serum.
Yep, we know where the serum is. We already had to go get it once. I thought I remembered Barry helping you if you're Jill, but that might only be on the easier difficulty. So it is a good thing I healed, because, you know, the poison's gonna be killing me. Oh, why are you here? Alright, well, here's our new shotgun. Fires 12-gauge shells, Star's custom arsenal, and also Richard's favorite. It is overall better than the other shotgun because it carries 10 shots, and it has a tighter spread, so you can hit enemies farther away. Can I get by this guy without getting bit? Yep. And because we don't need to go back in that room, we're not going to bother with him. So I got everything in there, right? Yep, that's also clear. Okay. So I think we're going to get out of the mansion in this episode. Because we have all the death masks, so we just need to unpoison ourselves and then head to the backyard. Or the backyard number 1. Where the mausoleum is. Okay, hopefully the zombie's not on this side. He's on this side. Well, thankfully he's completely useless, so he missed. Okay, so this is also clear. Isn't there a zombie in here that I didn't want to deal with? No, I guess not. Alright. Thankfully there is another shot of serum here. And now we're fine. Wow, we didn't take any poison damage on the way back over? Alright, well now we can ditch the old shotgun. Alright. So we don't have a lot of space here. I kind of need to be able to carry all 4 masks, so that means we can only bring 1 healing item with us. Which you're probably gonna need. Also, let's again do a mid-episode save here. I'm going to be a lot more cautious about my saves. Because we're not going for a high rating, since the number of saves you make affects your rating at the end. But since I'm not worried about that, you know, we're just going to save whenever we need to save. Because as I mentioned before, you may have a limited number of items for saving, but you have quite a few of them, so you don't have to be that conservative with them. Alright. I forgot to take the other fucking masks. Idiot. I was thinking because I left that 1 mask there already, that I wouldn't need more. But yeah, we need the other 2. I'm actually a little worried, because I think there might be a Crimson Head out in the back. Or did that guy despawn? I know there's the fat zombie we didn't deal with at all, but there was a zombie that we shot in, like, the first episode. I think he might have despawned, because I don't remember burning him. But maybe we'll just deposit the handgun. Maybe we'll just take the grenade launcher for now. Just in case. As you might surmise, I am expecting trouble. possibly even double. Alright, so yeah, our last mask is still sitting out there, ready to be picked up, because I did unlock the gate to it, so we shouldn't have an issue there. Still not going to deal with him, though. There is no reason to waste a shotgun shell on him. Okay. Swing back here, down the stairs, and out through the painting. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the zombie we killed out here just despawned, because there's no criminy waiting for us. You know, I just realized that this is actually a pretty decent shortcut to get back to the other safe room from the middle. What did I have taking up another slot? Didn't they say that I could only fit one healing item? Oh, the pistol ammo. Right. Well, now we have room to pick up one more thing, which I think there is an item down there. Then again, we're about to free up 4 inventory slots. Okay, this zombie's also gone now. I don't remember killing him, but I will take these shotgun shells. And that's everything that's back out here, right? But I guess that zombie also just despawns at a certain point. Alright, we descend back into the creepy crypt. And now we can pop all these in. So that's the I one. Very juicy coffin. Remember that spooky coffin? That's probably going to be an issue in a second. Seriously though, how is there so much juice in there? It's like that black sarcophagus they found that turned out to be full of sewer water. So, our reward for placing all the masks is having access to the coffin. And what's in the coffin is an especially nasty Crimson Head. This is actually a specific person, though I don't think we've gotten the reveal of who this is yet, so I won't spoil it. I do love their standing up animation. All Crimson Heads do that when you knock them down. Just no hands, just immediately stand back up. Alright, I thought he was going to take a couple shotgun rounds as well, but that's the end of him. And for some reason, shotgun ammo just spawns right here once the coffin drops. But the reason we did that is because there's a little something here. Stone and metal object with the umbrella logo on it. We haven't actually seen a place to put this yet, but I do know where it goes. It is our key to get out of the mansion. Surprised how well that went. I thought I would take at least a hit, but I didn't realize the grenade launcher would keep on his ass for that long. Alright, so now we don't even have to go back to the safe room. Is there anything we missed? Okay, that's the plant room, so there's a couple green herbs there. There's the tiger statue room, but we don't have another gem. And what is that room on the far left? Oh, that's where the broken shotgun is. Yeah, so we're not missing much. There's just a couple herbs here and there. We could actually go back and get those herbs on the far right, but remember that a bunch of zombies spawned in that hallway, so don't think it's worth it. And we're not really hurting for healing items right now. You know, those will still be there later if we need to come back to the mansion. Which, of course, we do, because we don't have the helmet key. But for now... double zombies! Balls. I forgot that they came in through the door. Alright, well, let's use that healing that I was going to use for that fight. Might be a dog out here. Now there is. Sounds like that was the end of him. Something written in the indentation. The defiler of the accursed coffin. So yeah, that's the pretty blatant hint that, hey, you need that coffin to get through here. And now we can get out into the backyard number 2. Where there's a bunch of items that are not here in the original game. If I say a bunch, I think there's... Selection of gardening supplies. There doesn't seem to be anything of use. Really just some ammo and a first aid spray. Oh, and a taser battery. We haven't even used the taser yet. And that's good, because they'll be useful later. Alright, so if you want to go out the main door, we can. But we actually don't want to go this way just yet, because, unlike the original, there isn't just a crank sitting in this room. And as we know with a little bit of foreknowledge, we're going to need a crank if we want to progress back here. So we're going to actually have to go through this door, down here, which was not in the original game. Because in the original game, you get the crank on a shelf right there. So we must head to backyard number 3. It seems to be some kind of signpost. Each direction is accompanied by a corresponding destination. North, Valley of Destruction. South, Cave of Hatred. East, Summit of Madness. And west, Path of Revenge. Sounds like a nice place. So there's a puzzle here.
Barry?
Monster! Chains! Gun! Ineffective! Instant! Stay away! Forest outside mansion! Stay! Hey!
I like that Jill looks back at the mansion like, wait, you mean this forest? So that's something that didn't happen in the original game, is getting calls from any of the other STARS members, aside from, you know, our helicopter pilot, Brad. Remember how they kind of turned Brad into more of a Chad in the Resident Evil 3 remake? The gate will open when the guard dog's desires are fulfilled. A statue with red eyes. The inscription reads, "The Warkai of Revenge." Blue eyes. The inscription reads, "The Last Gasps of Destruction." So, red revenge, blue destruction. And if we go back to our signpost here, so blue needs to be facing north, and red needs to be facing west. And you might guess correctly that these spinning weathercocks, or weather vanes, are what you have to control. So as red west. Now, you just have to kind of stop it when it's almost in the right spot, because as you can see, it's just spinning. Basically, you just have to hit it when it's in between. And this one kind of speeds up and slows down. Because apparently the wind is just blowing in all directions in this place. Alright, so that's correct. Now we just need blue north. And this one goes real fast. I think I actually have to stop this one at east, because it takes a second to actually stop for this one. So, no, never mind. We'll get it. There we go. I don't really understand how this door was even locked, because it's like barely holding together. Like, you're gonna tell me there's some kind of weird electronic lock running through this gate? Pretty sure a swift kick would have separated it. Alright, so we've got a little graveyard here with some crows. As long as we walk and don't get close to them, they won't get irate. They're like lifeguards, they just want to enforce the no running rule. There's something written in this indentation. When the wind sweeps across the earth, stars will shine in the heavens. So this is where we need our Wind Crest. Also, are these all test subjects, you think? All these gravestones back here? Because there wasn't a graveyard in the original game. Chains? Moaning? What could that be? A large statue stands silently in the darkness. Weird place to put a statue. So you've got this little, like, Groundskeeper shack here, not to be confused with the guardhouse from the original game. There's no items out here, so we better just go in. I want to know, who around here is growing whole-ass pumpkins and onions? Because those don't look rotten. Those look pretty fresh. This firewood looks fresh. A number of bandages have been hung up. Could these brown stains be blood? Why would there be blood on bandages? How weird. Also, this is not kerosene. This is just a giant-ass jerry can. That's like bigger than Jill's entire torso, that gas can there. There's a map of the courtyard. Alright, so you can see there's the rest of the courtyard over there. Crude bed. It looks like no one's used it in a long time. We also got a typewriter here. from here you've got a good view of the entrance of the cabin. Good to know. And we got an item box here as well. You can deposit the grenade launcher. We're not going to need it. We'll keep the first aid spray, though, and we will grab the Wind Crest as well, so we can hit up that spot on the way back. Alright, there's the crank. Sitting here in this weird, smoking pile of wood. Nothing unusual. The end is shaped like a square. What a square. Oh. We're not alone. Well, Jill's dead. That whole ass should have just killed her. So this is also entirely new. This is the creature Barry warned us about. We're going to run the fuck away from it. Because as you can see, it hits pretty hard. But we do need to get back out. Shit, I hope I'm not trapping myself here. We really need to slip by. I might just have to take a hit to get around her. Oh. Up. Okay, that's pretty bad. So yeah, now we're almost dead in 2 hits. You do not fuck with this thing. There isn't time for that. Why are you so mad? Alright, managed to avoid getting hit again. Let's get the hell out of here. It doesn't appreciate its home invader. But, I mean, if it wanted us dead, it did have Jill unconscious. So it's not quite as simple as all that. Alright, now we got a zombie in the woods, just roaming around. We're gonna run right into him. Rude. Alright, so I got what I came for, which means we can now get through the courtyard. Don't know if we should go back to save, or we should just push forward to the next save point, because it's not that far away. Alright, I angered the crow. Only one, though. So, I mean, this isn't really even a puzzle. This is just an inventory check, because you need 3 spots to do this. And I guess, if you didn't have enough spots, you could do it one by one. Because all you need to do is take these and move them over here. But this is entirely optional. Oh, right, sorry. Can't use these as is. You gotta pop them out first. And she automatically puts them in the right slots, so you don't have to worry about that. And that gets us the Magnum, which looks pretty much exactly like Barry's Silver Serpent. It even says Silver Serpent on it. But it is not quite the same as Barry's gun. Loaded with Magnum rounds. So you get the Magnum pretty early in this game. However, unlike the original, you get barely any ammo for it for the entire game. Fuck off, Crow. So we're pretty much just going to be depositing that for a while. But don't worry, we will actually use the Magnum. I won't just let it sit in my inventory for the whole game. You know, that poor Magnum in Resident Evil 7 went unloved for the entire playthrough. Then again, Resident Evil 7 really doesn't have a lot of enemies you would even want to use the Magnum on. Like, maybe the Fat Molded, but, you know, there's 3 fucking enemy types in the entire game, so it's pretty much just use it on bosses. Alright. So now we can actually go through here.
Brad. If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
Jill to Brad, can you hear me? Shit, it's broken.
For whatever reason, Richard's radio can only transmit. It can't, or only receive, not transmit. So we've got dogs out here, and just like in the original game, they are mostly mellow as long as you don't set them off like I just did by getting too close, I guess. Not that they're really hard to avoid when they are set off. Alright, so we got an elevator here that we can't use because it's at the bottom. I think that dog calmed down. Yeah, it's not running anymore. Oh, nope, that one's still running. Shit. I'm just gonna fucking run. They're all getting irate. They do reset, though, every time, so not too much of a problem. However, I usually don't get chased by them. Alright, so here we've got the pool. This is as far as we would have got if we didn't have the crank. I mean, none of the FMVs look great in this because they're super, you know, stretched, but that one is especially grainy. It'd be nice if someone did the AI texture upscale on the FMVs, but that is a pain in the ass because you essentially have to do it frame by frame. I don't remember there being crows out here. So this is another little thing throwing me for a loop. Yeah, I guess there's crows down here instead of dogs. So yeah, here we can see the battery's been taken out, so we can't use this elevator without a battery. And if we look on the map, you can see that that leads back up to where we just were. Alright, red herb. They really are a lot more orange when you pick them up. Like, they look red in your inventory, and they look red on the ground, but when you pick them up, they have that, like, orange tint to them. Maybe they were just trying to make them look a little more natural. Snakes. Venomous snakes. I think these are just regular vipers. They might not even be infected. I think they're just, you know, as hostile as vipers normally are. But I think that's what Yawn mutated from. It was just a special case. Yes, look down on me, Jill. Is that a window? No. Alright, so we got a bunch of blue herbs here. And you know what that means. Poison. I'm just gonna take all of them, stuff them in the box, and they'll probably sit there for the entire game. Except for in the, like, event that I get poisoned once. We got these holes here. And you don't want to get close to them, because they will tentacle you. And not gently. I want to make sure this is actually lined up, because if it's not, then it'll reset every time. I can't remember if that tentacle hole on the side will sass me or not. I don't think it will. Alright, so we've made it to Residence. Another Residence Evil. And we made it to the next safe room. So we're going to end the episode here. But again, I think that went pretty well. We didn't really waste much ammo, take much damage. We got clubbed by a mystery monster, but that's about it. And we got out of the mansion. So I'd say now we're about a third through the game. This still needs to be sorted. Maybe I'll do that at the start of the next episode before I actually start recording. And we'll deposit the Magnum, because we're not going to be using it anytime soon. So let's grab our ink ribbons. And thank you again for joining me for another successful episode of Resident Evil Remake. This is just a really good game. Like, I feel like it hasn't really lost any of its charm at all over time. I think it really does hold up solidly. It's almost a timeless game. And I know some people are saying, oh, well, we got a remake of 2 and 3, why don't we get another remake of the first game? But I don't really think that's necessary. Like, you know, 2 and 3 are PS1 games, they never got an update, so they are a little dated. But this is a generation above that, so I was gonna say we don't need a remake until at least another generation has passed, but I guess we did just enter another console generation, so who knows. Anyhow, thanks for joining me, and I hope I'll see you next time with some more Resident Evil as we explore the Residence and hit one of my favorite parts of the remake that was added. Until then, take care, folks.